Welcome back to Flosstube. I don't know, 43, 44, 43, I think. Doesn't really matter the number, but welcome. Or like I said, welcome back if you've been here before. My name's Jade, and this is my little corner of the internet where I like to talk about my crafting. Mostly that is cross stitch, but I do occasionally show knitting and sometimes crochet as well, although not as often. And by far, in a way, the majority of what I show here is cross stitch. So I have a few things to share with you today. I think it's been a couple of weeks since my last video. So I have some acquisitions. I have a whip. I have a new start. And I'm just looking at my notes over here. And some plants. And then we also have Monopoly with Kim. So, I apologize if you can hear my dog whining. I just tried to let him out and he wouldn't go out, and now he's asking to go out. So he can wait. Anyway, if you are new here, like I said, welcome. I hope that you find a reason to stay and enjoy. And whether it's your first time or your 43rd time, if you haven't already, please do hit the like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Let's move on. So this month, so today is March 26th, so we're almost at the end of March. So this month I've been doing let's say quote unquote monogamous March, where I decided to pick one project, one full coverage project. I'm mostly a full coverage stitcher, to work on and get a lot of progress on this month, in addition to my temperature stitching. So let's show you that first. Maybe I'll show you my temperature stitching first. So let me just go to the page here. Okay, so since the last time you saw my temperature stitching, so I'm doing my temperature stitching on just one project, which is Sunset in Venice. Let me show you a picture of what that's going to look like. That is it right there. Okay, so since the last time you saw it, which was February, no, I'm not sure what day I put it on, but anyway, I guess the past couple of weeks. So the past 2 weeks, I have had to put in about 1,300 stitches. So what I'm doing for the temperature stitching is I've been writing down the temperature, and we're in Canada, so I'm using Celsius. If the temperature is a single digit, that's double digit. So if the temperature is a double digit, I just multiply by 10. So that was minus 10 degrees, and I put in 100 stitches for that day. And if it's a single digit, like here, 7 degrees, I multiply by 25. So I started off multiplying by 50, and then I realized that, you know, it's fine for the lower, 1 to 5, but then once you got to 8 or 9, 8 degrees would be 400 stitches, right? So which is a lot for just one day. So I decided to multiply times 25. That works out pretty well. And then I just total them up at the end of the week. So to do 1,200 stitches, I actually did 1,280. third week I had to do, actually so I was using the lows because those were the bigger numbers. But now that it's starting to get, spring is coming, so actually the highs tend to be more in the double digits, the lows more in the single digits. So what I did was I figured out, I actually calculated both. So for last week, with the lows, I would have had to do 725 stitches, and with the highs, I would have had to do 1130 stitches. So I'm going to just figure out what both of those are, and whichever one is the higher number, that's what I'm going to go. That's what I'm going to go for. And I did 1205 stitches. For this week, I only have to get to 850 stitches, and I'm not quite finished with it yet, but I think I'm close. Let me, if this wants to open, let me just I'm at 702 stitches for today. So I'm close to the 850, and I'm gonna get in as many as I can do tonight. That may be 850, or it might be more. Let me just show you. So I still have a thread on the needle. So this is where it is now. So if I have a picture from the last time, I'll pop it in here so you can see the difference. But essentially I'm still working. This is the far left side of the project, and just continuing to fill in. So there's a lot of flowers and plants in here. It's kind of a shadowy side of the building. Let me take this out so you can see actually the whole thing, because I love it. So I am now at 32.9%. So I'm pretty much 33%. If you round up to the nearest percent, which means I am 1/3 complete, which is fantastic. So I have 99,187 stitches done out of 301,600. So this is being done on 25 count even weave, 1/1 full cross. So that is it there. And actually, is that the bottom? So I haven't quite gotten to the bottom. The bottom is like here. So it's not far. Anyway, so that's it there. So that's the corner the side I'm working on. So what I'm going to do, I think, is work my way all the way to the bottom. And then I might work my way sideways to the other side. It's looking so good. Oh, look at those flowers. Look at those colors. So this is Sunset in Venice, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Dominic Davidson. This is the request to size, which I believe is also Max Colors, if I'm not mistaken. So it's somewhere in between the regular and the super size. So it's only I think it's only a little bigger than the regular. But oh my God, it looks so good. So good. Ugh. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to almost be getting to the bottom of this. And then yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna work my way across, because I want to get to Okay, so here, let's go back to the picture. So the red piece, that red thing, which is actually the seat back in the gondola, that I've done all that red, and so you can see there's only a little section left to get to the bottom. And yeah, I want to work my way across. I want to get to the bridge. I want to do some of the water, so I might actually just do like the whole, because I'm up to about here. I might just do those 2 pages all the way across. I don't know, we'll see. Or I might move around, switch around. It's all right. So that's fantastic. So I'm going to put this over here because I don't like leaving needles attached. So I'm going to finish this thread. I do have not much, but I do have a few parked threads, and those are just because that's where the edge of the Q-snap was. So I just parked them. So then I can, when I move the Q-snap, I can just pick them up. And okay, so let's do that. So that's my temperature stitching. Okay. All right, so other than my temperature stitching, I did my Monopoly stitching, so you'll see that at the end in a small little video with me and Kim doing our next roll. So we'll show that. That was the funky chickens. And the only other, sorry, I did 2 things. One is I kind of did a, quote unquote monogamous march with the Grand Library Supersize Max Color, the Restart. So let me show you what that looks like. This is artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And that's what it's going to look like. And I am why can't I make this bigger? Anyways, I'm just in the top left corner. And actually, you can see the black lines for those books. I think I got to about there. Let me show you. That's where I'm at. So since the last time you saw this, I have put in a lot. I tried to find the I thought I was organized. I think I've put in about 3,000 stitches. Bear with me for 1 sec here. Grand Library, come on. Why is this? Okay, I have to put this down for a sec because my iPad's being silly. Okay, seriously? Okay, so there is a total of 715,284 stitches in this piece, and I am currently at 7,956 stitches. My goal, I mean, I didn't really have a goal. I just threw in 1%, and I'm past the 1% mark, so I've just upped it to 3% for the year, which is fine. So I have in the past 2 weeks put in 3,600 stitches. Plus 7. Anyway, so 4,200 stitches, according to the stitching tracker. So that's quite a bit. Love it. So there's those lines I was showing you with the books. I am loving the detail. And once I finish this piece here, what I will do is I will put the pictures side by side. I'll show you side by side the difference between the supersized max color and the regular, because I had about 14,000 stitches in the regular, so that about twice as much as this, and I wasn't happy with the detail. Now this is smaller, so this is being done on what I thought was 28 count, actually ends up being 25 count. Fabric for even weave from China. So I'm going to put this over here. So, which leads me into my new start. So if you watched my last video, you might have heard me talk about the start. I had two new starts at that video, and I so what were those? The blue flower, and the other one was Dragon Clans. And with both of those, I was talking about how somehow I miscalculated when I cut the fabric. I thought I was doing, so I figured it out with this new start, because I actually went and checked it. So I had ordered 28 count. It was labeled as 28 count, which is why I did my measurement based on that. It turns out after this third new start, because I'm like, I could see one or two, forgetting maybe I just added the border on one side and not on the other, and that's why it was short. But not more than that. Even 2 is kind of iffy. So on this third one, I realized that again, it was going to be short. So I actually measured it, and it's actually 25 count. So it's fine. It just means that I have like 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches margin on each side. And if I need to, in order to frame it, I can just sew more fabric on. But I wanted to show you what that new project is. My dog is being very, very annoying. So my new start pick from the last video was Aquarius, which is by the Cross Stitch Studio. That is what it will look like when it's done. It's just beautiful. So I start in the top left corner, which you can see is a whole bunch of dark. It's not black, it's dark blue. And this is 600 by 600 and has 125 colors. Who's the artist? Okay, so it says the artwork is by Betsy Foster Breen, licensed directly from the artist. Okay, so let me show you that. There it is. There's the start. So how many stitches? Oh my God, Bo, you're driving me bananas. I swear, I tried so hard to get him to go outside. And he was not interested. He would not go. I had to shove some meds down his throat because he won't take his pills willingly. So I did 693 stitches on this. So I started this last Monday, the 17th. So not a lot to see so far, but I have another show this weekend. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this. I've outlined, yeah, so I put in, sorry, it goes this way, I think. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I outlined it. So, and this is all, it's all 939. So I think I'm going to bring this with me, and on the off chance that I have a little bit of time, or, you know, in the evenings when I get back to my hotel room, or first thing in the morning before I go to the show, if I have some stitching time, I will work on this, on filling that out. So that is Aquarius by the Cross Stitch Studio. Okay, so we need to pick a new start. I know what I want to start. Okay, so okay, ready? My dog sounds like he's dying. Cozy Book Nook, yes! That is one of the ones I've been dying to start. I almost picked that up last week just to start it. Okay, so new Cozy Book Nook. There's a few that I just want to I'm dying to start. And anyways, this was one of them. So I'm happy about that. But so this is charted by Pain Free Crafts. Hey y'all, editing Jade here, and I realized my dog was being very, very, very annoying and very vocal. I was hoping that you guys couldn't hear him, but he comes through loud and clear. I just wanted to put it out here that I'm not abusing my dog. My dog did not have to go out. His basket of toys, he was sitting in front of his basket of toys waiting for someone to go and pull out the one toy that he wanted. He is more than capable. It's just a small shoebox, guys. He is more than capable of grabbing the thing himself, but for some reason he just refuses. So he sat there whining until my son finally went and fished out the toy for him. So yeah, so I'm not, you know, no puppy abuse, no puppies were abused here. It's just he is stubborn, and he refuses to reach in and grab the toy himself. Anyways, just some stuffed animals and some balls. He's more than capable. Anyway, just wanted to put that out there. And it is artwork by Rose Kahn. And that is what it looks like, or what it will look like when it's finished. I love, 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 love this piece. Oops. I'm thinking, I'm just wondering if I want to start this from the far right side instead of the left. I don't know. We'll see. This is probably not going to get started until next week. Today is Wednesday, and then so I'm here tomorrow, and then I'm off. Then I'm off to Kingston for another show, so I'm not going to be able to. I won't be able to start it this week. So it'll be next week. So I have time to think about that. So that's awesome. Now the other thing I wanted to show you is I did buy. Go to downloads. I did buy a couple of charts. It must be down. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so I bought 2 charts, both from Charting Creations. So the first one is by artwork by Sheena Pike, and like I said, charted by Charting Creations, and this is called Daydream Galaxy Wolves. I love wolves. I love it. So I have the Daydream Lions, and I have the Daydream Sea Turtles. And I want to do this one too. That's one. And then the other one also from Charting Creations. This is artwork by Sung Kim, and it is called Lakeside Lodge. Let me just look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is beautiful. I just love it. See the little house with the blue roof. So those were my 2. Yes, and what I might start soon. Kim, you gotta start this with me. I don't know if I can wait until my wheel picks it. I don't know that I can wait that long. I might start this soon, very, very, very soon. Maybe before I see you again. This is Winter Bonfire Night, the Max Colors version. This is gorgeous. So Kim, the 303 Stitcher, and I both bought this. This is artwork by Lars Stewart. Like I said, it's Max Colors. It is big. It's 700 by 500. So she big, not small. But I'm dying to start that. So I know a couple of other people have started that as well. Okay, so and that is it for charts. There's another new start that I want to start as well. I'm not sure if I even have it on my wheel. I need to figure that out, but okay, so I can take Cozy Book Nook out. What was I looking for? I was just thinking about my dog sounding like he's just dying. What was I just looking for? Oh, yes. Okay. The Museum Shelf. Museum Shelf by Amy Stewart. So I have had this chart for a couple of years at least. I'll show you the picture. This is artwork by Amy Stewart, and it's also charted from Heaven and Earth Designs. This is, I guess it's a regular size, but it's massive. It's 750 by 536. So I don't know. Anyways, that is what it looks like. So I have to add that. I want to start it. I keep seeing all these people working on it, and it just reminded me that I've had this chart for quite a while. I don't know that I want to start it just yet. I was thinking about it, but I don't know that I want to start it just yet because I'm not as like gung ho. Like, no, that's not the word. There's some other charts like Cozy Book Nook and Winter Bonfire Night and the Rusty Cauldron. Can't think of what else. Anyways, there's a few other charts that I really want to, like, I'm dying to start. I wouldn't say that I'm dying to start Museum Shelf, but I don't want to forget about it either. So I'm going to add that to my wheel. And so I'm going to write that down so I don't forget to do that. Okay, so we are half an hour in, just about. I don't really have anything else to chat about, really. I realize I still owe some people responses. I apologize. It's just been so crazy. What I might do is actually do that this weekend on my off times. I've been dealing with family emergency this week as well, so that hasn't made things easy either. It's not over yet, but we'll see how things work out. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna go. This is one of my shortest videos. That's fine. Really didn't have a lot to show you, right? Because I've been working mostly on the Grand Library, and yeah, really it's just the Grand Library and Sunset in Venice that I put the bulk of my stitching in, and then the New Start with Aquarius, and then my Monopoly stitching, which was Funky Chickens, and those, you know, weren't a ton. Between those two, it was just about 1,000 stitches, so not a ton of stitching. But it is the end of March, and going into April, I'm going to go back to my Grand Library. Will probably go away for a little bit. And I want to catch up on a few different projects. So I want to catch up on Home Sweet Home by the Cross Stitch Studio. That's my what do you call it? Anniversary piece. And what else? I want to catch up on I don't know. I can't even think right now. I haven't slept in like 3 days. It's, like I said, been dealing with some emergencies. I'm just looking up at my list of projects here, trying to remember what else. But Jelly World, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was trying to think of. Jelly World, and also the Cross Stitch Studio mystery salad. I'd like to get some work in on that. But anyway, I'm not going to do this monogamous thing anymore. I'm not good with that. I'm not good with monogamous stitching. I like doing multiple, like I like doing lots of different projects. And yeah, so next time, I guess you'll get the rest of this week, so the rest of March, and then first week of April. So I'll be back maybe the second week of April, and you'll see a few more projects, as well as the New Start, which I'm so excited about. Yeah, so I keep waffling on. I'm sorry. like I said, my brain is just not working, no sleep, and my dog is really irritating me, just to irritate me. So hang in there, because Monopoly will be next with Kim, and I'll show you what I worked on, which was, like I said, funky chickens. I'll show you the progress there, and I'll show you what I get to work on for Monopoly stitching going forward. And you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. I think I laughed when I saw what it was. But yeah, so hang in there. And so if you've stayed this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you haven't yet, please do hit the like and subscribe button. I'd really love it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're working on, and if you have any of the similar projects. Are you doing temperature stitching? Are you doing Monopoly? Are you doing Monogamous? Monogamous March, Monogamous May. I know there's lots of different stitch alongs out there. Would love to hear it. Would love to hear what you're working on. I love to be enabled, as you can see. And yeah, so I'd love to hear from you. We'll, until the next time, my friends, keep stitching, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're healthy, happy, safe, and as always, please be kind to one another. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monopoly number 7. I'm Jade, the 310 Stitcher.
And I'm Kim, the 303 Stitcher.
And it's been, I guess it's been a couple of weeks, eh?
Well, it has since we recorded. We may have pre-recorded
yes.
a roll or two.
Okay, so I'll put up the board. This is a reminder. Hopefully you can't hear my dog whining. So this was you. You landed on Vermont.
Yep.
And I was on New York.
Yep.
So
That's what I have too.
So for Vermont, what did you have to do?
So for Vermont, I had to stitch 100 stitches on the flag, the LGBTQ Quaker flag by V-Sters. I came unprepared and did not bring my cover photo for it, but if y'all want to see what it looks like, I think we showed it in roll number 6, I want to say, which I haven't posted yet. I believe you did in your last update.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to do 100. I took this on vacation with me, and I actually got just over 2,000 stitches in it, and I finished another color. So I finished the light blue stitches in that. So
That's amazing.
they're all done. So now I have 3 colors done of this flag. You can kind of see what it'll look like when it's all done. Those will all go out to the side, and then yeah.
That looks great. What are you doing that on again?
This is on a 28 count Jobelin in the color antique white, I believe. And I'm doing it 2/2 with all the DMC.
Yeah.
And this is my back. I'm actually kind of proud of this.
Ooh, so neat.
None of my projects look like that because, you know, us full coverage people.
Yeah, it's impossible.
What did you have for New York?
So for New York, I had funky chickens. So I have the picture right here. There we go. So I had one complete, and I had to do 200 stitches. So I bought New York, so I had to do 200 stitches on that. So I started a second chicken, and I actually did 400 and something.
Nice.
So not a ton. Sorry?
It's a paper pattern, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, so I did manage to get it into Markup RXP. but it doesn't have the colors, but it's fine. At least I can like select the symbol and it will select all of them. So
Nice.
that's fine. But I'm using, I think the pattern calls for, I think Cosmo Floss. I'm just using CXC
Nice.
conversions, but so I'm gonna have all three of them on this one. I'm gonna do them all. I'm gonna do the stitching for all three first before I put them together into the little chickens. I think I
And
have,
what fabric is that?
oh, it's a crappy even weave. It's like 22 count even weave. Um, that's like stiff as a board.
Oh yeah, it looks kind of stiff for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, so we both met our goals, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, so you bought new, I think at this point you own Oriental in New York, if my records are right, and then I own Vermont.
Yes.
Perfect.
Sorry if you can hear my dog. He's whining.
That's okay.
All right. Do you wanna roll?
Sure. So I'm rolling on my tablet today because I'm actually recording on my phone. So we'll just let's see if I can find it. And I believe that is 6 and 1, so that is going to be 7. So 7 from Vermont. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I that lands me on. So if we go from Vermont and we go to 7 this way, I can't figure out my camera. It actually lands me on Pennsylvania Railroad.
Okay.
So that's fun. Because I will stitch for 200 on, let me pull out my handy dandy sheet here. Um, my railroads, oh, honeymoon sunset. Um, and then after that, I actually, in the next roll, will get to choose to move to the top of the board.
Was that so I can't remember. I know one of them was if it's an even number and one is
Even roll, you go up and then, um, oh yeah, and then it would be an odd roll to the left or to the right. So never mind, I don't get to. I have to keep going around.
well, I don't know if you do you just do that on your next roll.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
So I think you're okay.
Yeah, so we'll see how that one goes out, but we will see what you land on.
Okay, so you're buying
I
Pennsylvania.
will be, yes.
All right. 6. I land on B&O Railroad. From here to B&O Railroad. So for me, let me see what that is. Okay, I'm gonna pause and
Yeah.
before our stuff, I'll have to check on my computer, which right now to see
All right.
what B&O is. Okay, here we are. So Kim, you said you had Honeymoon Sunset, right?
Yeah. And what'd you get? Because you were gonna go check your computer.
The Grand Library,
Uh,
which
and that's your restart, right?
that's the supersized max color. Yeah, restart, which I've been doing quote unquote monogamous March with monogamous, but anyway. All right.
Awesome. Well, then everybody probably already knows what Honeymoon Sunset looks like since you work on it. There's so many other floss tubers who have been on this project. But I will still show what it's gonna look like when it's done because it's worth it and it's so pretty. Um, and this is where I am going to be starting. So I have, I mean, we all complain about the wonderful confetti heavy tree here. And as you can see, I just kind of grabbed colors and started stitching all over the place. So This is on a 32 count. I'm doing it 2/1 stitch. I might change it up. We'll see. I might go 1/1 full. I'm just not, I love the coverage of it, but I just don't know that
It's hard.
it's kind of thick when you get into that much confetti. So we'll see how I chug along. But since I'm doing it tent and I have to do 200 stitches, I will actually get 400 in on this one.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, we did no, actually we said a stitch is a stitch, actually. I forgot. So I will only do 200 on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, stitch is a stitch. Yeah, I switched mine over to I was having such a hard time putting my needle through because I'm also doing it on 28 count, 2/1 half cross. So I just switched to 1/1 full cross. It's going much better.
I might try it.
So, anyway, so I have the Grand Library Supersize Max Color, and I've been I've been working on this a lot.
It looks so good.
Yes, I can't wait. Like I'm already seeing the details, so I don't know if you can see this, but do you see that? I don't know
Yeah.
if it is a clock face or something.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
On the regular version, it just like you could kind of tell there's kind of something circular there, but there's no detail at all. Whereas there, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm already pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna do my 200 stitches on this. I'll probably end up doing more, but we'll see. We'll see.
Awesome.
There's only a few days left in March, I guess.
That's true. You only got to chug through another couple days. Awesome. Well, then I think that's it from us. We will come back in about roughly 2 weeks-ish for Monopoly number 8. Let us know if you are playing along with us and what you're working on. I am on Instagram as the 303 Stitcher. Also on Facebook as Kimberly Ann, which is a little bit harder to find me because how common, but
Um, I'm yeah, theoretically I have an Instagram account. I'm 310 Stitcher there. I'm not super active on it though. I've been trying lately to not spend as much time on social media,
that's
so
fair.
for my own mental health, let's put
Yeah,
it.
yeah, fair. All right. We will see you all in 2 weeks.
In a couple weeks. Bye.